Your life is being controlled right now, and the most terrifying part, you're not even aware of it.
What I'm about to share will change how you see everything you do.
Because there's a hidden force shaping your destiny that's more powerful than willpower, more persistent than motivation, and more influential than any decision you consciously make. In fact, this force is so deeply embedded in your daily life that it's like the air you breathe, yet absolutely essential to everything you do. The dark truth about your habits isn't just that they control your life, it's that they're rewriting your future in ways you never imagined. Imagine walking through a dense forest every day. At first, you're choosing your path carefully, stepping over branches, pushing aside leaves. But after weeks of taking the same route, something strange happens. A clear path emerges. The grass stops growing where you walk. The branches stay pushed aside, and suddenly, taking any other route feels unnecessarily difficult. This path becomes so natural that you could walk it blindfolded. This is exactly what's happening in your brain right now. Your habits aren't just actions you repeat. They're neural pathways being carved deeper and deeper, like rivers cutting through rock. And here's where it gets scary. These pathways don't care whether they're leading you to success or destruction. They simply get stronger with every repetition, every single day, whether you're paying attention or not. These neural pathways are so powerful that they can override your conscious decisions, your goals, and even your deepest desires. But before I reveal the most shocking truth about your habits, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why you keep falling into the same patterns, even when you consciously know they're hurting you? Why that late-night scrolling continues despite your morning regrets? Why that diet always starts tomorrow? Why you keep procrastinating on your most important goals, even though you know exactly what you should be doing? The answer lies in what scientists have discovered about the habit loop, and it's far more sinister than anyone realized. Your brain, in its infinite complexity, has been hijacked by a simple three-part process that's as old as life itself: the trigger, the behavior, and the reward. But here's what nobody tells you. This loop isn't just controlling your actions, it's actively rewriting your identity. Every time you repeat a habit, you're not just doing something, you're becoming someone. And this transformation happens whether you want it or not, whether you're conscious of it or not, whether you believe in it or not. Think about this for a moment. Every time you procrastinate, you're not just putting off a task, you're strengthening your identity as someone who procrastinates. Every time you push through discomfort to exercise, you're not just burning calories, you're building the identity of someone who doesn't quit. These identity shifts happen microscopic level, but their effects are profound and far-reaching. Let me share a disturbing example. In a groundbreaking study, researchers found that people who started small habits, like making their bed each morning, experienced cascading changes in completely unrelated areas of their lives. They started eating better, becoming more productive at work, and even saving more money. But the opposite is equally true. Negative habits create a downward spiral that affects everything in your life, often in ways you can't even see. It's like a domino effect, but instead of dominoes, it's every aspect of your life that's falling into place or falling apart. Think about this. Right now, at this very moment, your habits are either building your future or destroying it. There is no middle ground. Every action you take is like a vote for the person you're becoming. But here's the twist that most people miss. These votes don't count equally. The power of habits lies in their compound effect, and this is where things get truly fascinating. The compound effect of habits is so powerful that it can literally reshape your entire life without you even noticing. It's like compound interest in finance, but instead of money, it's compounding your behaviors, your beliefs, and ultimately your reality. Every habit, no matter how small, is an investment in your future self. Imagine two people, identical in every way, who develop just a 1% difference in their daily habits. After one day, the difference is negligible. After 1 week, you might barely notice it, but fast forward 1 year, and these tiny 1% differences have compounded into a gap so wide it looks like they're living completely different lives. This isn't theory, it's mathematics, and it's happening to you right now, whether you're aware of it or not. These small choices, these tiny habits, are literally plotting the trajectory of your life. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Your habits aren't just shaping your actions, they're literally rewiring your perception of reality. Research has shown that our habits affect how we see the world, what opportunities we notice, and even what we believe is possible for ourselves. That means your habits aren't just determining what you do, they're determining what you see as possible in your life. They're creating the lens through which you view every opportunity, every challenge, and every possibility that comes your way. Now you might be thinking, okay, but I can change my habits if I really want to. And this brings us to perhaps the most chilling revelation of all. Willpower is largely a myth. Your conscious mind, the part you think is in control, is like a rider on an elephant. You might think you're directing the elephant, but as soon as the elephant really wants to go in a different direction, all that illusion of control disappears. This is why relying on willpower alone is like trying to stop a freight train with your bare hands. It might work for a moment, but eventually momentum will win. This is why traditional habit change advice fails so spectacularly. It's built on the false premise that we can simply decide decide to change. But your habits operate at a much deeper level. They're running on hardware that evolved over millions of years, and they don't respond to simple commands from your conscious mind. They're like deeply embedded software programs running in the background of your mind, influencing every decision you make, often without you even realizing it. So what's the solution? This is where things get really interesting, because the way out of this trap isn't what most people think. The key isn't more willpower, better motivation, or even clearer goals. The real power lies in understanding and working with the hidden architecture of habit formation. It's about learning to speak the language that your primitive brain understands and respects. Think of your habits like a nuclear reactor, incredibly powerful, but also incredibly dangerous if not properly understood and controlled. The good news is that once you understand the true mechanics of habit formation, you can turn this power to your advantage. The bad news: most people will never learn these mechanics, staying trapped in cycles they don't understand and can't escape. They'll keep trying the same failed strategies, wondering why they can't make lasting changes. But here's the most important part, and pay close attention, because this is the key to everything. Your habits are not your destiny. They're simply the operating system currently running your life. And like any operating system, they can be upgraded. The process isn't easy, and it isn't quick, but it is simple once you understand the code. It's about working with your brain's natural tendencies rather than against them. What I'm about to share in the next video will show you exactly how to rewrite this code. You'll learn the precise steps to hack your habit formation system, how to bypass your brain's natural resistance to change, and most importantly, how to make these changes stick permanently. I'll reveal a step-by-step protocol that's been proven to work, even for those who have tried and failed countless times before. This isn't about quick fixes or life hacks. This is about understanding the fundamental architecture of behavior change at a level most people never reach. And once you understand it, you'll never see your habits or your potential the same way again. You'll have the keys to unlock any behavior change you desire, and more importantly, you'll know exactly how to make those changes permanent. Stay tuned for part 2, where I'll reveal the exact protocol for reprogramming your habits and, by extension, your entire life. Trust me, what you're about to learn will change everything. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Your support helps us create even more amazing videos. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for the latest updates and exclusive content. Join our community and be part of the journey. Let's grow together. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.